Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. If you've spent literally any time at all working with spatial data, you know just how incredibly detailed our digital world has become. But what we're looking at today is a massive leap forward. We're exploring how artificial intelligence is transforming maps from these static pictures, mere representations of places, into living, reasoning data sets through the sheer power of geospatial AI. I mean, for decades, maps have basically been these passive digital filing cabinets, right? You ask for something, you get exactly that and nothing more. But what actually happens when our maps start thinking for themselves? We're moving into this wild new era where spatial detectives actively hunt for patterns in our physical world, totally on their own, without us having to point them out. So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to hit the rise of GeoAI, automated feature extraction, predictive mapping, autonomous agents, AI's impact on jobs, and then we'll wrap it all up with ethics and security. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the rise of GeoAI, fusing AI and spatial science. Now, looking at the core definition here, GeoAI isn't just, clumsily dropping a standard AI model into geography. It's a true interdisciplinary field. It takes actual spatial theories like Tobler's first law of geography, which states that near things are more related than distant things, and bakes them right into the machine learning. That's a huge deal. It makes these models uniquely powerful for dealing with our physical world. To really wrap our heads around GeoAI, we kind of have to split it into two halves. On one side, we've got the bottom-up approach. Think data-driven machine learning and deep learning models just chewing through millions of data points to find hidden patterns, basically letting the data do the talking. Then, on the flip side, there's the top-down approach, knowledge graphs and ontologies, which is really just formalized human logic. But the real magic? That happens when you smash these two together. Suddenly, you have a system that can discover new patterns and actually understand them logically. Moving right along to Section 2, automated feature extraction, or how machines literally see the world. Okay, think of a convolutional neural network, or CNN, as essentially a digital eye. In the past, you'd have an analyst painstakingly tracing out every single building or road from a satellite image. Not anymore. The CNN automatically pulls those prominent features. It starts small, with low-level features like edges and textures, and builds all the way up to high-level, complex shapes. It is automated feature extraction at its absolute finest, doing in minutes what used to take humans weeks. And you can actually see this in action right now with tools like the Deepness plugin for QGIS. It isolates objects at just breathtaking speeds. But let's be real, it's still kind of like an eager trainee. It gets confused sometimes, maybe confidently labeling, a random shipping container as a permanent building. So it's not totally flawless yet, but man, the speed of iteration is wild. But wait, let's take this a step further. We're actually pushing these models into space. Thanks to AI onboard processing, satellites are now using edge computing to run deep learning models directly in orbit. So instead of beaming massive, bulky terabytes of raw imagery back to Earth to be processed, the satellite analyzes it right there in real time. It maps out flood extents or burn scars, and then only beams down the critical intelligence. For disaster response, that reduction in latency is an absolute game changer. All right, so we've seen how AI pulls out what's already there. Now let's hit Section 3, predictive mapping and modeling, moving from seeing to forecasting. There's this absolutely fascinating study out of Stanford University where researchers didn't just want to map roads. They actually wanted to map society. So they fed a deep learning framework 50 million Google Street View images. 50 million. The AI automatically detected and classified 22 million cars, sorting them into over 2,600 categories based on make, model, and year. And then, here's the kicker. They linked those specific vehicle types to the social demographics of those exact neighborhoods. The results of that massive data crunch are honestly staggering. The AI predicted neighborhood income with an incredible 0.82 correlation. It even accurately predicted voting preferences just by looking at the cars parked in the driveways. No way, right? But it proves that predictive mapping can dynamically forecast societal trends, totally bypassing the need to wait years for the next manual census survey. And the modeling is only getting more sophisticated with stuff like deep variography. If you look at a standard AI model, like a vanilla transformer, it just hunts for patterns in a giant sea of data, completely blind to physical geography. But a geotransformer, that's fundamentally different. It's built with a spatial bias. It inherently understands spatial decay. The fact that things further away have less impact. Because it respects the actual physics of our world, it can predict complex systems like urban traffic forecasting with vastly superior accuracy. But what if you didn't even need to know how to code these complex models? Let's check out Section 4, Autonomous Agents and LLMs, Creating Maps that Reason. We are literally entering an era where you can just talk to your map in plain English. Using frameworks like ChatGPT, autonomous agents run the whole show. You just give it a natural language prompt, and these specialized agents take over. You've got LLM Find hunting down the right datasets, LLM Geo writing and executing the spatial analysis scripts, and LLM Cat acting as the cartographer to design the final visual map. To see this in the real world, researchers gave an autonomous system a prompt to run a walkability assessment for schools in Columbia, South Carolina, and the AI agents just went to work. They independently fetched the sidewalk and road data, ran the complex spatial scoring analysis, and designed the final map, complete with correct symbology and color scales. It basically acted as an independent geospatial analyst with barely any human handholding. So, with AI stepping up as a junior analyst, what happens to the humans in the room? That brings us to Section 5, AI's impact on jobs and the evolving GIS professional. As you'd expect, the job market is going through a massive shift right now. We're seeing a huge rise in titles like AI GIS analyst and spatial data scientist. The days of relying solely on manual spatial analysis in ArcGIS, those are fading fast. The emerging toolkit requires fluency in Python, machine learning libraries like TensorFlow, and AI-driven data modeling. Because the GIS professional of tomorrow isn't just making the maps anymore. They're training the models that make the maps. However, bringing this level of intelligence to our physical world definitely has its risks. Let's tackle our final section, Section 6, Ethics, Privacy, and Security. Because GeoAI algorithms absolutely gorge on massive amounts of sensitive location data. I'm talking everything from cell phone pings to high-res imagery of our homes. Organizations are walking a really tightrope. The big question is, how do you pull off hyper-accurate predictive mapping without trampling over strict privacy laws or stripping away the anonymity of everyday citizens? And then, of course, we have to talk about security. A lot of these deep learning models operate as highly cryptic black boxes. It's often nearly impossible to figure out exactly how the AI arrived at a specific conclusion. So if an adversarial cyber attack maliciously tweaks the training data to, say, obscure a military base or mess with traffic routing, tracking down the source of that error within the algorithm is a nightmare. And yet we're trusting these systems with critical infrastructure. Which leaves us with a really critical thought to end on today. Look, the technology is already here. GeoAI is actively reshaping how we understand, predict, and interact with the physical spaces around us. But as our maps become smart enough to think for themselves, who is ultimately guiding the compass? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I hope this helped you map out the future of GeoAI.